Hello.
Hi.
Them numbers going up right now.
YNG, bro. Who's this? It sound like a child, so I'm not gonna do that.
What happened?
I said it sounded like a child. Somebody sent me a
Add
request,
me
but
as
it sounded young. That's you that sent the request? I don't really know
add
how to work this.
add me as a co-host. I'm 20. Destiny Razo. I don't think she has enough followers to join.
Yeah, it's not coming up. I don't see it anyway, so probably not. What are you doing?
I'm just sitting in the car with the Simba boy doing something not supposed to.
Got you.
Let's see if we can get some more likes up in here, y'all.
Hello, everybody that's in here. How y'all doing?
Yeah, talk to us.
I be turning this TV down all the way and it still be loud. But it don't be loud.
It just picks up louder than it actually is.
Right, because it ain't loud to me. It don't ever be loud to me. Sometimes. It depends on what I'm watching.
You know what I realized? Like Netflix and stuff like that, they condense their files. That's why the sound is so low. Like Netflix, Amazon Prime and stuff, those files are
Yeah.
condensed.
Hulu? No, Hulu be kind of cool. It be Tubi too. Tubi be low, real low.
Yeah, real low. Those files are so condensed when they put them on there that the sound is low. But the same TV you watching like live TV or like if you connect a Blu-ray or something to it, it'll sound loud.
Yeah, it do be different. My little rash came back.
Oh no.
Well, not came back. It never went, but it got a little darker.
Yeah, I see.
I'm having to take a medicine, so yeah. I'm trying to
You
keep
gonna
it
put some
moisturized.
I was gonna say you gonna put some cream on it tonight.
Yeah, I have to.
So what are we talking about tonight? I want to see if somebody can give us some subjects to talk about.
Aside from what you told me earlier, how was your day?
It was it was okay. I had my therapy appointment. She agreed with me when it came to the doctor. Um, I told her about how the doctor just basically brushed me off. The appointment was like less than 10 minutes,
Hmm.
and and she was like, really? And I told her about me wanting to go inpatient and what he said to it. It was like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't see why he would do that. She told me to bring it up to like his superiors, like to call them and tell them that I feel like the system is failing me.
Yeah, I think you should do the same thing too, especially if you feel like you need to, because that was crazy. That was weird.
Less than a 10-minute appointment though. I'm sitting there telling him how I feel, and I'm thinking about going inpatient. He said, "Oh, that's only for if you feeling suicidal now." And I'm just like, that's not the case though. That's not how it's supposed to be. And even she said that. She said there's plenty of time that will be the case if you were going involuntarily.
Mm,
But if you want to check yourself involuntarily, then you can have whatever reason that you want to go involuntarily.
right.
But that
Why
was
you
good.
telling me to
I
do
don't,
that?
huh?
Why did
What happened?
nothing? It was telling me to swipe left.
Oh, but other than that, I made my food. It wasn't enough to for me to have any breakfast, so I have to cook again tomorrow so I can have some food for breakfast for the next week. And
You use the
then
same thing for breakfast too.
I eat eggs. I was eating oatmeal and grits before, but that really drove my like my heart rate up, so I had to stop eating them.
Why? Was it
I
salt?
honest,
Is it the salt intake?
I don't know what it was that drove my heart rate up, honestly, because I thought it was salt, so I didn't add any salt to it. It could have been sugar, so I didn't even add any sugar to it. Well, the only sugar that was in there was peanut butter, but the peanut butter I use is very low like low sodium and low fat. So I'm like, why every time I have oatmeal and or grits is it triggering me like this? So I had to stop eating it completely for a while. Like sometimes I can have it, but very rare now. So I just have
Mm,
chicken and eggs, basically like protein diet, and I have my vegetables at night. That's why I want to go in so they could tell me what this is not normal. Like all of these triggers stuff, like it got to be something going on with my body.
yeah, you definitely need to get some answers for that so you can get back to normal.
Yeah, well, not normal. I don't want to
Yeah,
get back to normal. Get back to 300 some pounds.
get back to healthy you. Get back
Yeah,
to health. I guess to say.
be able to eat normal. I'm definitely eat in moderation if I can eat normal again. But then I
Hey,
don't know what happened.
John Marizo, Domin
Marazzo,
Cortez.
but I
Again.
definitely want to get back to eating, like being able to eat more. But I think honestly, like over these past 2 years, I noticed how easy it is to just pretty much eat the same thing and stay healthy. So I think I just might continue doing that. Like it was always easy for me though. I really didn't have that much. Like I would make more foods for other people, and then I would eat other stuff. But I really didn't care to change up what I was eating.
I definitely care. You know, I got too, but I definitely care to change stuff up. But when it comes to what I got in here, I'll continue to eat the same thing. So I think I'm not. I think I'm gonna start back doing pescatarian. Pescatarian is so expensive,
It really is, especially in the South.
especially since I don't really care for fish like that. So
There's
yeah,
so I'm wondering if there's other places like that in Atlanta that can cater to that because it was easier going vegan in California than it was. I tried to do it in Mississippi. It's damn near impossible. unless you have a lot of money and you're ordering stuff. Like because in California, the stores I had went to, there was a whole bunch of there was a whole vegan everything. There was vegan cheese, vegan. I was eating just like everything else.
Right. I don't think nothing wrong with vegan, but like when they start making like foods out of other foods, what's wrong with just eating mushrooms? Why make it in or cauliflower? Why make it into chicken wings? You could just eat it as a mushroom.
I think it's because they want to fool like fool the brain.
My brain
So
gonna look at that junk like this ain't no chicken wing.
I know this is a damn mushroom with barbecue sauce on it.
Right. Or be mad you think it is chicken and they eat that junk and it's mushroom.
Right. What how's your day been?
My day was okay. I'm trying to remember. I be forgetting my days. My day was okay though. Like I told you, I woke up in a lot of pain. So um, I I lay down for longer than usual. Then when I got up, I just brushed my teeth and washed up so I could eat something real quick and take my medicine. Then I just laid down and wrote my poems. I wrote some poems. What else did I do? I had to schedule. I had to schedule my post for today because I forgot to do it last night, and I'm gonna still have to do it again tonight. I'm gonna have to do some more tonight. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was pretty chill. I just relaxed, stayed
That's
on
good.
top of my medicine, tried to get rid of the pain.
Did it ever start raining?
Not that I know of, unless it was raining when I was in the shower because it was supposed to rain before I had got an alert before I went in there. Unless it was doing that, but I did hear some a little thunder. If it don't rain
That's
hard, I don't know that it's raining a lot of the time.
how does the like how is it out there when it's storming hard? Like is it like loud in there?
Yeah, very very loud. I usually put headphones in because it can shock my body and make me go into pain.
Really?
Yeah,
The the
any
the
little thing that shocks your body with sickle cell makes you have a crisis.
the loud is it the loud rain or is it the thunder?
It's just whatever it is, whatever shocks it. The
Dang.
rain, the rain gonna bring the aches and stuff like that. But like, and a lot of the time, like if I'm sleeping in this storm, my body, I'll wake up. Like my body will just like be like, okay, get up, embrace yourself, type of thing, rather than just let me sleep. Because if I'm sleeping and it's a big boom or something like that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
shock, I'm startled. That pain worse than me being awake and it happening.
Right. That sucks.
Yeah, it does. But
Have you ever gotten like woken up like and like had to take something because of something like that?
yeah, a lot. I've had instances when I've been in pain bad, but I also was sleepy, so I would accidentally take my medicine in my sleep. Take my medicine in my sleep before it was time to take it.
Oh yeah.
So I had to start keeping it from around me. A sickle
I
cell
feel
pain
like
be so bad,
I
it'll
feel like
confuse
sometimes it
you.
probably would be difficult to remember that like what you took if you like
Yeah,
even with the pill planner.
a lot of the time. I don't put my I don't put my breakthrough meds in my pill planner because I ain't trying to plan to take it, if that makes sense.
Right. They
It's
just
supposed
as
to be,
needed.
yeah, it's supposed to be as needed, so I'm not planning to take it, so I don't, but I be forgetting. Sometimes I used to set a timer, but I haven't done that in a while, so I just be guessing. I know I don't be doing
Mm,
it on time. At least I don't be doing it early, but I know I don't be on time either.
yeah, it was. I didn't even have that many medicines to take, and I was forgetting if I took it or not a lot of the time. Just sitting there
Mm.
like,
I definitely be forgetting sometimes, but it's
I'm
usually
just
just
like,
with that because the other medicines are in my planner, and I just take them twice a day.
I honestly think I messed myself up taking ibuprofen because I was having like headaches a lot in 2021, and
Mm.
ibuprofen is a NSAID or whatever. So I took that, and I was taking it a lot with my what you call it, the GERD, and it was bad. I think that triggered me.
Yeah, it can be. I had a lot of like when I be telling you that when I take my medicine without having food, the ibuprofen, that's stomach pain from taking that on an empty stomach, bro.
And the thing was,
That's
I
like
wasn't even realizing that. I was thinking like my stomach would be hurt, and I'm not even thinking that it's that. Like I'm sitting there
that's
like,
like to have you on your
what
knees.
did I do to make my stomach hurt? Why is my stomach hurting?
Yeah, have you on your knees, I swear.
Yeah, so I think that was part of it because it was getting stuck in my esophagus. So
Mm.
it's it's but it was that and probably a mixture of me not taking it as serious because I didn't think that GERD was that serious until I started doing my research
Your gut
and like,
health is is one of the most important things. Your gut, it regulates just about everything.
uh, people don't realize this, what GERD is or heartburn. You know, I tell it's heartburn, but if you really got GERD and you don't take care of it, your esophagus can get damaged, and esophagus pain is some of the worst pain ever. Like
Mm.
when it starts hurting to eat, like
Yeah, because I got acid reflux.
yeah, that's what I have too. It's probably GERD. It's GERD because that's all GERD is
They,
acid reflux.
yeah, I was diagnosed when I was a teenager.
And then when it starts coming up,
I just
like
don't be
that
caring. I be eating whatever I want to eat.
that's what I was doing until I had that time where I couldn't eat, and I was sitting there eating, and it was painful. Like I remember one day I was able to eat normal. I was working at Domino's. I ate some pizza, and then the next couple of days uh, I tried to eat what was that called? Some like not roast beef, pot roast, and I ate some pot roast, and I couldn't even eat it. Like I couldn't even finish it. And then after that, I couldn't eat for like a month. Like I was sitting there, I was struggling to just eat oatmeal and eggs.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up, GGN? What happened?
Huh? I was sharing it.
Oh, I guess Simba want to say hi. Say hi, Simba.
Hi. Hey, Simba. That's a spoiled one.
Oh, boy. The girl is the one that's more spoiled to me though.
Oh, okay.
But he's spoiled too. Like he gotta be up on somebody. He like to just touch people.
I think I'm
He
gonna
real
go ahead and
protective though.
create my the card game that I've been telling you about, and I'm gonna start playing it on social media, and then eventually sell it. Playing it,
Do
test
it
it out.
definitely. Did you ever get the game in the like did they redo the the design for you?
No, I'm supposed to do it myself. I ain't did it yet.
Uh,
I'm a when I start back writing my novels, I'm gonna finish it.
you didn't
Yeah, I
you,
think I'm
you
gonna
had
use a
I think you had
software this
sent me.
time.
I think you sent me something where you had mentioned it in one of your books, right?
Yep, I mention it a lot in my books just to kind of plant that
That's
seed. Then when I get ready when I release it, then I could just link it so they can buy it when they read or whatever.
that'll be really dope.
I created a sex because you can't say sex.
Wait, you can't say that
Um,
on live?
no, it's a lot. It's a few things you can't say on
We can't
here.
say why we can't say wahite people.
Why you can say it like that? Like uh, a sex club. Um, it would be dope to turn that into a game, but I feel like I'm gonna just put that energy into the board game that I've been working on.
You created a club, like is it on like
It's
on
in,
a group chat or a video?
no, I
Like
mean
on
like like a club for the characters. They used to work in
oh,
because they were escorts. They were escorts when they were in college. So
okay. You gotta go or something?
I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna go back to that after I finish wrapping up. After I finish wrapping up the storyline with the characters that are the main characters now, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna do a spin-off series called Secret Rendezvous, which is the name of the club.
Secret rendezvous.
Yeah.
I can't wait till you do the audiobooks though.
Yes, I'm going to get on that. Like I said, I gotta do some research first. I probably have to buy a mic too,
Definitely you need a mic.
but I'm gonna do all that.
Definitely need a mic in just a
Get my
quiet
people
area.
together. I need to find some more guys. Like I got a few women. I got Danielle. I got my cousin Brittany. Maybe Erica. Who else? You're the only guy that I got.
What? We
So
need some.
yeah.
Okay, come on. We need some guys that want to do some voice acting.
I can't, I need to ask some of the ones that I talk to who do voice acting. I need to put it out there. I am though. I'm gonna jump in those DMs and start asking.
We need to. Oh yeah, I was looking at that thing you sent me, that acting challenge. I was already thinking of like what kind of voice I'm gonna go with. I'm a villain, you know. Try to turn the guy good. I'm like trying to turn the
I
good guy
might try
bad.
it.
Like how I'm gonna turn him
Try
to my
it
side.
too. Trying to turn the good guy bad. I feel
Yeah,
like for a woman villain, a woman that's you use the art of seduction to try,
right.
or you can't. That's usually what they do.
Was
So
was
I
that your first thought when we were looking at it? Like if you were gonna do it?
no at all. That's
What was
usually
your
what
first
is
thought?
done. My first thought like was to just create a whole scenario. Like I'm creating a whole scenario where I'm doing that, even though the prompt was right there, but I just kind of imagine myself kind of kind of a anti-hero rather than a villain, like convincing them why they should fight for my side, like it being the right thing to do for, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
taking a
that's what I
like
was. That's what
political approach, you uh,
that's similar to my idea because it said yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, the gods, fighting for the gods. The gods are using you, but
yeah,
you can be my apprentice, eventually my successor.
an us versus them approach type thing is what I
I
was
believe
thinking.
in you. They don't see your potential.
That's what I thought about at first.
Yeah, it's gonna be something dope. I'm gonna write a dope little monologue.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out too.
That's something
I'm
different
gonna
though. How'd you
try.
find that one?
Cause one of the guys that I talked to on my cosplay page is a voice actor. He just be sending me stuff. He be sending me a few things. Some of the most of the stuff that I be sending you be coming from him.
Oh, that's dope.
Well, most of the things that got to do with voice acting, or those like freestyle challenges and stuff like that.
Right.
I need to write a poem tonight so I can recite for tomorrow for promo. It's time for me to start promoting because I'm releasing on the 24th, which means what's today's date?
The 12th, right? The 12th. Yeah.
Yeah, which means I have what, 12 days of promotion? Well, 11
Yeah.
now. But I'm gonna write something. I'm gonna write something for my first one, but I also have a couple of ideas as well. I have an idea to there's a poem that I got that I kind of want. It's like a joint thing. I got to add to the book. I want it to be a joint thing, so I was going to recite a few stanzas and then put for it's about being a woman, so a woman poet to add on to it, to stitch it and add on to it, and to keep and to tag 5 other
Oh,
women to do the same thing.
that that's dope. Definitely do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and also gonna
Can you
pick
see?
some poems. What you about to say?
Go ahead. Go ahead. It was a
But
person's name that I saw. I was gonna ask you if you could pronounce it, but I saw it. It disappeared on my side. Oh, your breath stink. Stop.
but he made that noise. But yeah, and I was coming up with other ideas too. But I'm gonna come up with some more stuff
Huh?
that I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna write something tonight, and I'm probably gonna record it tonight too, and post it tomorrow. If I don't, if I don't write anything, I'll just use one of the ones that I already got.
That's a really dope idea, though. I think that'll get more people involved and have them sharing it. You never know what people gonna come up with because there's a lot of talented people here on TikTok.
Yeah, I know.
I notice more and more every day. It's just like that's what I love about it because it was never all the other social media platforms weren't as good at showcasing talent like that.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like it's because TikTok is for like raw, real people. I feel like the other social media websites are for celebrities and influencers or whatever. Like people only care about what you gotta
Yeah,
say, what you're doing if you somebody that's like popular or whatever. But on TikTok, hi, how are you
right.
doing? But on TikTok, it's about personality and likability, or like how you connect to other people.
You are absolutely right, and I was just thinking about it how like a lot of famous people do not that will get on TikTok and not know how to you know use the algorithm or whatever, and they don't have as many followers as somebody that's just a normal person on there. So it kind of even the playing field.
Yeah, exactly. And it
So you got
sometimes not even like they don't. It depends. Like I feel like if you're a famous person that has a personality that people can that resonates with people, then you can create your following on TikTok. But if you're just somebody that's kind of like that's your identity, being a celebrity is your identity, it's gonna be hard for you.
really hard to connect with the people, especially if you're not talking to them, if you're not interacting with people, because you can
Soldier
get
Boy,
away
they
with that
love
on
Soldier
other.
Boy on this app. They love. I be coming across his lives. I'm like, look at Big Draco, not Big Draco. On here eating grits like a normal
he the
person.
he the original internet dude though. Like, he know how to capitalize off the internet, like, cause he
He
been doing it
do.
since early internet.
He
He
do.
probably had one of the first YouTube videos to go viral.
He probably did. Then all of those challenges was created from his that movement that he created, like the
Yeah,
dance, the gangsters that dance. That what
I
Rico,
was look
bruh. I'm never
I
gonna
was
forget
looking back
that.
at the style back then, and I'm like, I was totally 100% wearing them baggy clothes, shorts that was basically pants down to my ankle.
Ankle. Yep.
I'm just like, this is like you can't even run from the police in this stuff. Like,
Right. It looks
what kind of gangster?
ridiculous. It looks ridiculous, I swear.
We thought it was so cool back then. That was just so cool. Like, oh man, the baggy pants, the long
Big
white
shirt.
t-shirts.
Yep. Everybody wanted some Jabos.
Man, we had stores in my area that used to sell out of pro clubs. Like as soon as they got pro clubs in, they would just sell out. Pro clubs was selling like nothing. White t-shirts or their black t-shirts, especially when that white tee song came out.
Yep, in my white tee. Yep, in my white tee. Everybody knew with it and rocking with it.
That's one thing I
Back
can
then,
say. This generation dressed way better than we did back then.
they definitely do. They care more about appearance than we did. Like they be
Yeah,
on point. They be like they care a lot about appearance, more about appearance than we did. Like they be on point. They be looking like they're influencers. It's kind of like you kind of have to be like that.
right,
Like you
right.
gotta have the nice wigs. You gotta have the hey mom, thank you for the gifts.
Hi.
But you gotta have like that lace front done. You gotta have the brows done, the lashes, the nails done. If I was young in this time, day and age, I ain't gonna say that I wouldn't be able to be popular. I would because I would be different, just like how I was when I was in school back then. I feel like my personality. I feel like with me, a lot of times I say I don't really know how to get my personality across because you gotta like know me. You gotta know me, but I'm trying to get out of that.
I think
I'm trying
the
to,
first impression a lot of people have is like nervousness, because it's like, but they don't know that you'll talk, you are approachable. It's just
yeah,
these kind of things are gonna be the things that make people see a personality.
right. That's what I said. I
I
was like, I be trying to like, dang, how I get my but I could also create more content with me talking in them. But that takes more time than me creating content with other people in it. But I
It's
gotta make,
very time
I'll make time. I
consuming.
used to be on it at one point. Like I'll be on it for a little while, then I'll slack off because I'm something happened, and I'll stop, and then I won't go back to it until I'm able to.
I don't think I'd be able to fit in dress wise if I was like a kid nowadays because it's difficult. Like I
I
always
never
had my own
did.
style. I think I probably would have created a different style because
I
I
never
didn't
fit in
necessarily.
when it came to dressing.
Yeah, I don't think I really fit in either. I just fit what was comfortable. Like I was
So,
wearing nice like sweatsuits or whatever before that was cool.
yeah.
So I think I probably would have just made something else. Like you know what, y'all wearing this stuff, I'm gonna wear this. It look good on me
That's
though.
how I always was. Like everybody wearing this, I'm gonna wear this. I remember a girl, one of my classmates, like we were like standing together, like in a circle, whatever. She looked down and she was like, "You the only one that got on forces." Like I had on some white Air Forces, and I'm like, "Oh, we the rest of us got on Jordans," and I'm like,
Oh, you
"Yeah,
used to wear
that's
Air Forces?
for me." Yeah, do I know? I don't look like
Yeah.
I wear Air Forces. I'm a sneaker
No, I'm
girl.
just I'm not surprised. It's just funny to me. You was wearing Air Force
I'm
Ones.
a,
Air Force.
I'm a sneaker girl, so it's like Nikes, Adidas, stuff like that. Like I like sneakers or flats because I don't like my foot being covered a lot of the time.
Have you ever owned a pair of J's?
Never, never, just because of that comment that she made, and I will never buy a pair either.
Same. To this day, I don't want a pair of J's. Like I
Like
don't want a
I
pair of
would
J's.
never buy. I don't Jordans and iPhones. I would never buy them because I don't like what it feels like. I wouldn't like how what it feels to have those things or how
Right.
people portray themselves when they do have them. So yeah, I'm good on that.
It was a whole generation of people. Like Jordans really are multi generational now. Where people talk about their favorite pair of J's and stuff, and like I can't engage in that conversation because I never owned one. I
Me
literally
neither.
never asked my parents for one.
Me
Like
neither.
I didn't want what I need a pair of
Never.
Jordans for. I don't.
I
I
never.
I wore Reeboks and Skechers were mine. Like I
No, I'm
wasn't
a
trying to
love for
fit
some
in.
Skechers. Me neither. Like I always anything you go this way, I'm going that way. That's always how I was.
Right.
And you're not gonna make me feel no type of way about saying something about like telling me that I stand out. That's a compliment, actually. Like, yeah, all of y'all are wearing Jordans, and
Like, look
what's
at
that
y'all
supposed to mean?
all being the same, and I
Right.
think that's why it helps me encourage my nieces and nephews. Be like, look, be you, because eventually that's gonna be what's cool. They gonna look at you because they all wearing the same thing, they all acting the same way.
And look at how times change now. It's cool to be alternative when it wasn't when we were younger.
At all.
Now
I was
everybody
seen as
want to be
weird.
alternative.
I was seen as weird for listening to Linkin Park and Korn and stuff like that growing up. Like, oh, you're not listening to Eminem and Nelly and all of them. Like, I am listen. I listen to them too, though.
I listen
Why
to
can't I
some of
listen to both?
everybody. I listen to some of everybody. I did not care. I love me. I love music. That was like my the one thing that I had to like escape. I used to play video games and all that with my brothers when I was younger too, but when I started getting older, I was like, let me let them have this. And I do my own thing. That was my way of like separating myself from them.
Yeah, it's I love the fact that it's cool now to love your what you like. I feel like it's cooler
Right.
now than it ever was before. Like loving anime, loving any kind of music, whatever you. Because look, this is all us anyway. Like we
Right.
are influential in every single culture, every single scene we have made our mark on. So it's nothing that's anti-black unless you want to decide to go outside and wear a white hood.
Right, or something
You
that's obviously an important part of another culture now. Certain
right,
things, even though everything was inspired by it, certain things I'm just not about to touch out of respect for that culture.
right, right. I'm not gonna appropriate somebody else's culture.
Right.
Like that is not appropriation if we made it like rock and roll. Like we could sit there and do rock and roll
It's
all day because we made it.
exactly.
They
Exactly.
stole it from us.
You heard that girl song that I'm taking my culture back.
That's I love that song. And
I love it
everybody
too.
was hating on it. It's not even that much of a rock song. It's just like y'all hating on her because she's good and she was saying the truth.
Yup. I liked it
A lot
too.
of Elvis, a lot of those white rockers were stealing songs from black people back in the day.
They were. And getting played, like, and the only reason why a lot of them are popular because they were the only things that were on the radio. Like, the reason why I know a lot of those songs was because every single movie that I was watching, that's all you heard, their music. You didn't really hear our music like that until later.
Right. Our I feel like if we were given the same platforms back then, we would have taken over.
Yeah,
Like
but that's why they didn't
it's
give them to us.
obvious that our music is way better. Like you compare these like terrible Wahite singers and stuff like that,
They could
or
not
just average at
sing.
that,
They
to
could
somebody
not
who has a
sing.
voice,
Somebody said in the
barely
comments, I
hold a
said
note.
Cindy Lauper can't sing, and this lady talk about some Cindy Lauper had a beautiful voice. No, she did not. She did not
Where?
have a beautiful
What
voice.
song? What
She
song are
was
you talking
popular
about?
because she was Cindy Lauper, and you know what I mean by that. She did not have it. You do y'all even know what beautiful voice is? She did not.
I'm reminded of you remember The Last Dragon? You know, Bruce Leroy and all of that?
Mm-hmm.
That movie?
Yeah, I remember the movie.
And then the white girl singing on there and Vanity. Vanity could sing. And the
Yeah.
white girl, I'm just like, oh my god, that pop, squeaky, high pitched, oh, so irritated. And then she's like, and then the part that she was like, oh, she's sexy, she's a star. I'm just like, no, she's not.
You know, you just needed one thing. You just when you were them, you just needed one thing to be a star. That definitely was not
Right.
talent because they could not sing.
You need to be blonde hair and blue eyes.
Exactly.
No disrespect though, but like I'm not being disrespectful, but Marilyn Monroe, I don't get the hype. Even looking back, like
I
she's
don't get I don't get the
average.
Madonna hype neither.
Me either. You know what Madonna's hype was? Was she openly embraced black culture. She openly embraced the black culture and openly embraced
Or
the
appropriate.
LGBT. Yeah, yeah, and the LGBTQ culture as well.
I got you.
Like that whole, she created a scene for for gay people in the late '80s, early '90s with the voguing and everything like that.
Mm.
So that's why she got popular. But her voice is not standout. Her talent isn't, and I'm like I'll be shocked that
What's the
she's
name you
60,
talk
60
about?
something.
Demi Pink Penginde. Oh, pangender fluid kiddo.
I didn't see that one.
Demi pangender fluid kiddo. Dang, that's a long. That's long. That's a mouthful.
They put an effort into that.
I had to. I had to break it down. I'm like, hold up, this says something.
I try to find the hidden words and stuff all the time.
If they love doing that, them names, just put a regular name, bro.
Right. I do wish though that these kids would stop trying to have this popularity contest on here though. and just embrace themselves. Like I wish that was more prevalent. Like the
Mm.
kids like that join TikTok because I see a lot of lives, especially we have a a generational thing that bothers me because there's this lady I follow, the one I told you that's 47 years old. She had got on this younger creators live, like he had 300,000 followers, and his fan base was totally dissing her.
She was older.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, first off,
that's
they kept
that's
saying
one
she's
thing about
lying. There's no way
that's
that
one
she's
of the
47
flaws
years
about this.
old.
That's one of the flaws about this app. It's for the younger kids. I ain't gonna say flaws because it was made for the younger kids, so of course
Oh
they're
yeah,
the ones that's gonna be on top.
yeah, definitely. But
But yeah,
I feel
that
like
too,
it
it's
should
ageism. It's like when you start getting older, it's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Actually, y'all shouldn't be doing this because y'all are younger. I would feel like people in their 30s, the stuff that you see that's done is more normal for people in their 30s than in their 20s.
exactly,
Y'all be doing some stuff
exactly.
that y'all should not be doing, but I guess if 20 is the age for you to do a lot of this like outrageous stuff, and I don't get how that came to be.
Yeah, they try to make it a young people's game or whatever, or like rapping or whatever. If you don't have this certain style or whatever, like we can embrace everything. You can see that, at least recognize the talent. Or at least recognize if it's
Right.
start learning how to say that this is not my cup of tea, but I'm not saying that it sucks. You know, I'm not gonna push this older person away when y'all could. That's a perfect opportunity that a 47-year-old woman talking to a 27, 25-year-old, uh, man, y'all could have a real important dialogue that needs to happen instead of y'all making fun of her because y'all
It's
think that she's not
also
as
too a representation of people in our age group. So y'all think that just because we're older, that people our age still don't wanna listen.
right,
It ain't just about y'all. There's other people here that exist,
right.
and we still want to enjoy things.
And we're and I think our generation is not like some people like in our parents' generation where all of y'all kids' music is trash and all of that. Like we gonna give you a chance.
Right.
We gonna listen to you first. Like
Right.
and a lot of it be good. I like it,
A lot of it
but
do be good and different.
some
Like
of it
I
suck.
like the different. I like the alternative scene, the music in the
Yeah,
alternative community. Like some of the spiritual girls who got like music out. The emo people. I love it. I love it
right.
all.
It wasn't
I
even
love
cool
that
to
I'm
be
hearing so many different types of styles and stuff like that rather than everybody sounding the same.
right.
That's another reason why I love TikTok because I found us a lot of good music on this app.
Same, same. I found a lot of great singers and stuff like that. Like I honestly feel like it's gonna make those competition shows obsolete because they don't they don't need to go on those shows anymore to blow up. They blow up on TikTok, and now they
Right.
have every tool that they need instead of you putting them, and putting them through the regular industry stuff. When if you win American Idol or The Voice or all of that stuff.
You know what? I gotta get with because I need some music. I can also promote my book with a few songs, even if it's like short, like a 1 minute song.
That'd be
I
dope.
need I need to get with her. She told me she was gonna send me some beats, but she ain't did it yet.
I definitely still want to collaborate with her too. I want her to produce on my album.
I did tell her. She said she was working on some stuff. She said she had some stuff. I'm gonna hit her up and ask her to send some. I need to put that
No,
poll out tomorrow so I can get in touch with those people who was interested in doing the podcast.
we need more people to come on. I want differing opinions. I want people to that's not afraid to state their opinion. If even if if they're contrary to our opinions, that's even better.
Right.
I don't want people that are just on their yes people. Don't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, we already have pretty good conversations. I feel like they
I
just
think
gonna
Simba
get
needs to
better
go in the house
as we
now.
keep adding
He over
people.
here acting weird. Definitely. Everybody that we've had on, except for you know who was great.
Yeah.
You, you know who I'm talking about.
Well, of course. You ain't gotta even say a name. I know.
Oh, she ain't gonna get no shout out from me ever again,
You shot her out.
huh?
You shot her out.
No, I didn't. I didn't like
Oh, I'm
shout
about
her
to
out.
say
I just I had tagged her in the original video.
you did.
But I said like what she did. She crashed the podcast. I said she crashed the podcast,
That's definitely what happened.
which she did, but we for no reason though.
Cause she wanted to be interviewed, and did nobody want that?
And and Layla, I told you Layla had asked me too, like, did I want to have her on? And I was like, I'm willing to have anybody on, but I didn't know who she was. If I would, and like, she had sent me her page, and I never looked at it until afterwards. I'm like, this is who she. She was like, would you consider having chat? No, I don't want to be that type of podcaster. I don't want to have that kind of show.
How you
Mm-mm.
think that conversation would have went if you did it with her?
I probably would have kicked her off.
I'm talking about how you think she would have reacted to it. You
Who,
think,
Layla
yeah,
reacted to like if she was on the podcast with us.
not necessarily. You know, if it was you, her, if it was you, Layla, and her, and just them, if it was just two of y'all.
She would have It would have been she would have pulled a Martell. 100%. She would have pulled a Martell and be like, oh, she talking. She saying some real stuff. Ooh, listen. Ooh. Like
Bro, I was about to say the N word, bro. He was in the camera like this. I was like, bro, if you don't back her up, she not
he got
saying
stars
nothing.
he got starstruck real fast.
He did.
I 100% believe that that's how she would have reacted, and she would have justified her behavior. And like, oh, she just saying some real stuff or whatever. I'm like, nah. Especially if it was at an interview, but like, I still think I would have turned it down. But okay, say I didn't do my research into her, and I just would have did an interview with her. The second she would have start over talking and getting, acting the way she was acting, I would have tried to check her one time. I'd have been like, you know what, this is not how we conduct ourselves on my podcast. So I'm gonna ask you to be respectful. If she did it again, then I'm gonna just end the podcast. I gave you a chance.
But she wouldn't
That's
have
it.
really had nobody to over talk for real. Cause we had a lot more people.
Right.
So we taking
But
turns. I feel like she wouldn't have had many people to over talk. Especially
It wasn't just the,
if you said Layla would have reacted the way that Martell reacted, she wouldn't have really
oh
had
yeah.
nobody to over talk.
I think that
No,
she
let her go
would.
ahead. 'Cause he was like,
Uh,
let her go ahead. I'm like, nah, talking. Why? Why is she talking over you? No, she good. No, she not.
it was the disrespect of Van that got me, and
That
the
pissed me
disrespect.
off too.
I'm just like, when she said that to
Van
her, I'm
playing
like, no,
stuff off too
that's
much
wrong.
though. I messaged her. She like, fix your face, because I was about to say I'm about to kick her, and she beat me to it. She beat me to the message. She beat me to sending the message. And then she said something
You.
about Goldie. And then she was like, check, did you check on Goldie? And I'm like, okay. That's what I was doing. You check on Goldie and I'm like, all right, let me check on her right quick. No, but let me do it right quick. I was checking on everybody.
I miss Goldie. I hope she's okay.
I miss Goldie too. I've been seeing her videos though. She seemed to be okay. She said she was focusing on her YouTube stuff and she been doing that. I've been seeing that.
Okay. She's got a really dope opinion, and she was able to keep her composure throughout that. Everybody was able to keep their composure in the midst of a crazy situation because it got derailed, really fast.
Right.
For me though, I wouldn't have even looked at y'all. Y'all would have saw my face go from like, into the podcast to if I was in control, I would have kicked her out in like the first, like the second time after I gave her the
That would have
chance.
worked if it was me, you, Van, and like everybody else who's normally on there. But we had four new people at the same time,
Right.
so you had to be careful about how you maneuvered. It wasn't just
Yeah.
us, especially
We tried.
somebody that I wanted to come back, people that I
Yeah.
wanted to come back again. So that's why I had checked on her first.
Yeah.
I
She
already
was
knew
still rocking.
I already knew Martell was good. He
He
was
was just
bleeding.
fine.
He was
It's like, and
fine.
as soon as she said her name, I'm just like, he was like, ooh, I knew I recognized you.
I didn't even know who that is. I was like, okay, who are
I
you? I
promise
still
you,
don't know who she is and like recognize her from where? Where's she
I
been? Like
promise
I literally never seen that woman before.
it could have been Beyonce, and I would have had the same reaction. You could be disrespectful on this platform. I like Beyonce too, but I don't think she would conduct herself that way.
She wouldn't have, but she would have got kicked off too, for sure. Kicked off faster because you're somebody with status and this how you acting. Oh, you about to go.
You still got to have some decorum. I don't care how famous you think you are. You can't. That's why I could never do an interview with Kanye.
That lady is not famous. She ain't had no reason to be acting where she at because she is not famous.
Right. You
Infamous,
were famous.
maybe.
You were famous adjacent. Like you were in the industry,
Right.
but not really. Like
And I
you were like
still want
running
to
in the
know
circle.
what he mean when he say he recognized her from where? Where he
He
recognized
had
her
sent
from?
he sent me an old Pepsi commercial or a Coke commercial or something like that. Okay. I don't remember this commercial, but
Her
okay.
face was on it.
Yeah, she was singing on it.
Mm. He remember her from a Pepsi commercial.
It was Pepsi or Coke or
He
something like
remember
that.
her from
I
a
was just like,
commercial.
oh,
Royal.
okay.
Do you think he remember her from what she did or from drama that she was in?
I think he remembers her from the drama that she's been in over these past few
I
years.
think so too.
Because she's been in a lot of drama over the past few years.
There ain't no way you up there acting like that over somebody who was on a Pepsi commercial.
Yeah, it was too much for me though.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was funny though. Afterwards. Afterwards, it was
Yeah,
funny. It don't ever be
I'm
funny
glad we
when you in it.
I'm glad we kept it all on. I'm glad we kept
Yeah.
it all. It just shows
I'm
that
gonna
we
tell you
could.
my connection is slow.
Oh, it was lagging earlier for a second, but I thought it cleared up.
I asked her what's it doing. I didn't even know she was still on here.
She
She
commented.
is. She messaged me on Messenger.
Uh,
We talk about
is there
hi.
any?
Hi.
Is there is there any famous people you could think of that you just absolutely don't want to work with?
That I absolutely don't want to work with.
Yeah,
I don't know. It would probably have to be a spot cake thing. Because I don't
I
really know
I
them. Like, you know what they did, but you don't know them for real.
I don't want to work with Kanye at all. Maybe
Like
on music.
on music or not music either.
I will probably work with him on music, but it would have to be. I would have to have some control in that environment. You know, like look, working on my album or whatever. But other than that, like an interview or just I don't know. Like I feel like he would try to take over the space,
Oh, okay. Mm,
and I wouldn't let him go on those stupid rants. Like once you start talking about some weird conspiracy stuff, bro, I'm gonna check you. Like, nah, bro, nah, man.
as an
You try.
interviewer, no. As a podcaster or interviewer, no. But music, I would work with him
Oh,
on music.
I can't deny his musical talent though. I can't deny his talent. Like if he produced a song for me, like come on now, who don't want a Kanye beat?
Right.
Especially if he on his stuff. Like yeah, but there's a few people I could think of that I wouldn't like podcast wise. If you there's a lot more, but like industry wise, I don't know.
Yeah,
It would
podcast
depend on.
wise, nobody because I don't really care about having celebrities. But like if it happened organically, cool. But like that's not
Right.
that's not necessary for me.
Industry where I think you're right. It'll be like it's like how we interact with each other. I'm not gonna take
Yeah,
what somebody else says about you.
yeah,
Look, you got to show me yourself. Now, look, if you show yourself to be an asshole, like they said you were, then hey.
right.
But
Same.
I've had real life interactions like that with people where people have said they're bad people or whatever, or that I don't like them or whatever, and they cool with me. I they
I don't think that I've ever had an incident like that happen where somebody told me that somebody was a bad person. I had situations where guys would tell me that I needed to stop hanging with certain girls because they were like promiscuous. Of course, that's not the word that they used. And I'm just like,
they was garden tools.
yeah, I'm like, I know that and I don't care. Like, what I got to do with me? You know, people gonna think that you the same way. If people think that I'm the same way, then people don't know me and people don't need to know me. Like, I don't care.
Exactly, exactly. I feel like people like we were talking about yesterday with the gossiping people. Like people like to gossip, and so they expect you to just listen to what they saying. Like I'm not even gonna entertain the conversation, and then you say, "Oh, you hang out with such and such, yeah." And if they cool with me, then they cool with me.
Right.
I don't have to sit there and take your word for it just because you don't like them for one reason. Usually, when somebody says something like that to me, I'm thinking, okay,
You the
you're
one that
the
did,
weird one.
yep,
Yeah,
you the one that did something. You're the culprit. Because it's
you don't
weird
like
to say you don't like somebody for a certain type of reason. You don't want me to like you should stay away from this person because I don't like them. Why are you even saying that to me? I'm gonna feel like you the one who I should be looking at like,
And
oh, oh, they weird. They're the weird ones.
every time somebody says something like that too, uh, it's like it's never a legitimate reason. They can never tell you something that they really did.
Right,
They can never point out something that they did wrong. It's a difference between, telling somebody, hey, just so you know, I talked to such and such before, and I had to come over my house and they stole from me.
right, right.
That's the difference
Or
between
they're a
between just saying,
scammer, or they scam. Don't trust, or like you got to be careful about the things that you accept from them because they do this or whatever.
right. But then the other way is, oh, I just don't like them. I don't like to hang out with them. They weird. Or what's weird?
Right, you
You'll
the
see.
weird one. You the weird one just for saying that.
Exactly. Exactly. They. But a lot of people work on stuff like that or whatever. Like, I'm not.
Me neither.
Cause I don't care if there's, like, I told you about the girl that my mom had brought in that kind of let my sister bring those boys in the house and stuff.
Yeah.
The one that I don't like. I'm never gonna tell somebody else not to.
Have you ever thought about doing story times? I feel like you should. That could be
Definitely,
something that you do on your page.
I'm gonna start doing the story times. I need to start writing them out so I can remember, like, small details, and so I don't. I want to stop. I want to work on doing my or and then or whatever. I kind of want the story to flow better, so I will have to, like, write them out.
Gotcha.
But I would love to, though, because I have so many stories to tell.
You do.
Even after this is over, like, when everything, when this whole situation is over, I'm gonna have some hella stories to tell about this.
You sure are.
It's gonna be some unbelievable stuff. I swear, a lot of the stuff in my life is unbelievable. Like, if somebody else was telling me, I'd be like, really?
I'll be listening like, bro, you had a crazy life.
And the fact that I'm only 36, and, like, I know I got more. I'm looking forward to the part when it's not, like, crazy stories in a bad way.
Right. When it's like, ooh, I got it's
I want to
fun when it's a fun story to tell.
Yeah, like, I want to be able to, like, be in, like, when we start networking with the people in the industry, like, why we had this crazy fun night where we decided to go write stuff with DC Young Fly, and then after that we ran into Carlos and them, and then they just asked us to do the improv with them, and
And we
did I,
made a
did I
whole
send you?
movie. We made a whole movie in that one night.
Right, that's a fun story. That's what I'm trying to get to. Did I send you the video? DC and that Jackie Up funeral.
No, I did see it on Instagram. I was gonna go back and watch it, but I was like not watching the videos because um the drama that was surrounding his that stuff and it was annoying me.
If you do, look at the comments, and it's gonna just piss you off.
That's why I have been staying away from it. My brother
Because
was telling me about it earlier, and I'm just like, that's why I ain't watched it in the first place.
like, the first comment I saw was, "Is it just me or he don't look sad?" Like,
Number one, he's a comedian. They're used to like covering, like masking how they feel. Number two, what does sad look like? Does that look? Y'all want somebody to be falling apart, like on like how they do on TV, falling apart, laying over the coffin and crying, running through the church. That's what y'all want. Not everybody grieve like that. But I feel like it was the same way with like when my grandma died and I went to the setting up because I didn't go to the funeral. And like my cousin, as soon as I got there, right, everyone does handle death differently. People should mind their business, leave them alone. Like I remember I had went to the setting up, and as soon as I got there, my cousin just like grabbed me and hugged me and started crying. And I didn't cry. And then the way that it happened, like she hugged me and my hug was like kind of like stiff, get off me type of thing. And I didn't cry. And she like
Simba.
paused and looked at my she like paused and looked at my face like she was shocked. Like, why you not crying? And I'm thinking to myself, how you even notice I'm not crying? That means you ain't crying for real. You faking.
Exactly. You putting on the show for everybody. I didn't cry at
Yeah,
my
you
grandma's
putting on a
funeral.
show
I did.
because
I didn't cry at my own mama's funeral. And the fact is, I still miss her. I cried after, but what is it supposed to look like during that time?
exactly. Hey,
But
who?
the comments that made me the most upset was the ones that said, "Oh, it's giving sacrifice."
Yeah, but of course people are gonna say that. You literally cannot sell nobody else's soul.
Hold on. I'm still gonna be on here, but I have to tend to my dogs real quick.
People always try to complicate tragedies when sometimes that is just what happened. Like she just died in the middle of a dangerous surgery. Why is that not good enough for y'all? Why y'all gotta make up stories to make it make sense? It's weird. Huli, why you here? Get us to 3,000 likes. It's sad. Like you can't sell nobody's soul.
But they
They
really think
gotta,
you can though.
and I think people imagine like selling soul, like you really sitting there bartering with the devil, like, hey, I'll give you my soul if you give me this type of thing. And I don't even really feel like you so if people could sell each other's soul, a lot of us would be dead, bruh. You know how many of us would be
For
dead? It
real.
would be no 7 billion people in the world if that was possible.
You gotta think about it
And
though. All the
think
people that say
about
try to sell their souls,
slavery.
like
Think about slavery. What is wrong with y'all? You think that we would exist? You think we
I
would
be thinking
exist
like
if somebody could
y'all really
sell
think
our
somebody sold their
soul?
soul? I think people be thinking they sell people's souls and stuff for nothing though. Like think about it. What did they really get from it? Oh, they sacrificed them like for what?
I saw somebody immediately after seeing the news was like, if he blow up bigger, if he get more famous, he sold her soul. So you trying to say if a person, the more successful a person is, that means that they selling people's soul? Right, you can't even sell your own soul. It's literally a metaphor for losing your dignity, losing your integrity over something. It's not like you're actually selling your soul. It's a metaphor for doing something, go, going outside of your morals to gain something. That's it. You ain't
And
actually making
I don't see
a deal with
DC
the
doing that.
devil. Me neither.
I don't see DC doing that. Like
He ain't even that
he
type of
he
person.
gonna stick to his morals. He's already
Right.
he don't need like he already proved that he don't need to make it in the industry like that because the industry is coming to him. He has a fan
Exactly.
base now that you he created a they 85 South created their own app just like Kev on Stage Studios created their own app. We don't need Netflix. We don't need Hulu. We are our
Exactly.
own selling point.
People
So
crazy. They don't be
I
thinking
just
for
hate.
real. Like
What
you
is
sold
grief
your
supposed to
like
look
people
like though?
you ain't nobody sitting down selling signing their signature in blood. hey, devil, if I give you my soul, you can give me this. Well, you give me this, I'll give you I like some crack. I'll give you my soul if you make me a superstar. Then how you gonna even function? Your soul going, how you gonna function? You ain't even gonna be you no more.
It is it's straight crazy to think that that's real, but people gonna swear by it on the internet that that's real. That people are really
No,
doing that. Biggie,
it's
according to them,
really just
Biggie and
a
Tupac was
metaphor.
sacrifices. It's just like y'all sound dumb. It's like,
Selling your
but
soul
that grief
for
part really gets to me though. That grief part really gets to me though because everybody want to judge people how they look when they're sad for real or whatever. You used to people faking when they go to
putting
funerals.
on the
'Cause a lot of
show.
people don't have real breakdowns until probably after
A
sometimes.
lot
You
of
know,
the
like
times a person
for
is
me,
grieving, they cry so much so until when it's time for the funeral, they don't got no more tears. It's been that, like,
exactly.
I've expressed my emotions so much, I don't have any more.
What good is it gonna do me right here? Especially if it's somebody like for me, my mom. I had to keep my composure because I had to make sure that everything went smoothly.
Right.
I can't sit there
And and so
and
did he, and
cry.
he got kids. He got kids.
Exactly. So it just pissed me off. I'm just like, let that man grieve in peace.
People are annoying.
It's it's hard enough that he just lost the mother of his kids, and now he gotta deal with y'all. Like, I hope he don't sit there in the comments and
I hope he not
do
reading.
that. Like, I hope he don't.
I hope he not looking
I
at
really
them
hope
and
he's not.
stuff.
But his whole thing was, even though I'm not religious like he is, I respected what he was saying. He was so positive. He made some jokes. It was just like he said, "I'm okay." He said, "I'm okay because I
Yeah.
got God,"
Of course they
which
not, because
is,
they
I
miserable.
the internet. I realized though, it's a whole haven of miserable people.
Yeah, they just miserable. They want everybody to be
They
miserable,
want.
but yeah, he is very religious, so he feels like everything that happens is God's plan. I don't agree, but
That's exactly.
I get it. I get it.
That's the kind of religion that I don't mind because it's not hurting nobody else.
Right.
He's not trying to force somebody else to think the way that he think. He encouraged people to find a higher power. You know, it's going. He said, "I'm gonna be okay. My kids gonna be okay. We strong." So how can y'all? You want him to have a breakdown? Like,
Yeah, they wanted him
come
to
on
be
now.
on his knees crying. Throwing him, they wanted him to make a spectacle of himself to make them comfortable with his grief. That man's grief ain't none of y'all business. The fact that y'all
Right.
even was able to see him do that speech was a lot. Cause I wouldn't have let y'all see nothing.
Exactly. When I get to that level, all stuff like that gonna be in private. Y'all not gonna
Gonna
see
be
nothing. I
private.
don't
I'm
care
not
what
that.
you
I
feel
wouldn't have
like.
let y'all see nothing. I wouldn't care about nothing, none of that. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel, but y'all
Right.
not about to see nothing.
Right. So yeah, so I could judge me because I don't look like you think I should look. I'm not boo-hooing my
Yeah.
eyes out because you think I should. It's ridiculous though that we live in this society where people can do that though. They literally tell somebody that they're not grieving, they're not going through pain, they're not feeling nothing. That's their first thoughts to go through something like. Come on now.
And you're also seeing a person go through something, and you yourself, you're saying that this person is not sad, but you don't even have empathy. You're looking just to judge. You don't even empathizing with them. You don't even sympathizing with them. You don't have no emotions about what's going on, but you're mad at his lack of emotions. That makes no sense.
Right.
I would have been too sad for
My
him to
first
even
thing
think
when I
about stuff like that.
my first thing when I hear somebody, I don't care how famous you are, I relate to you on a human level. It's I'm empathetic because I know how it feels to have somebody pass away. That's what I was just like, damn, that sucks
Right.
for him and the kids. Like
And his
they really
kids.
have to.
Yeah, they are judgmental.
Yes, very much so, very much so. It's unfortunate, but
But
this is the
he
society we
got
live
a
in. Though that's
one thing about him, he got a village. I ain't them kids gonna be straight, just like he
oh
said.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. He got a real people around him. I honestly feel like the whole 85 South crew included, they're all family. Like they family
Yeah,
for real.
they immediately postponed everything. They put everything on hold immediately.
I just hope that we can start changing that narrative. People's got to start calling people out that do stuff like that. And if you sit in your house and do stuff like that, you want to go comment and tweet on. Think about it before you do it. What do you think? What goes through your
They don't
mind
care.
to comment a comment like that?
They
Like
see
so you
everything
get on
as
the internet just
entertainment. You talking about people who be sitting watching people die all day. Them people don't care nothing about that. They sit and watch people die on here on the internet all day and go into the comments to make jokes about it. You talk about sick people. These people are sick.
what I wonder is were they just like that beforehand, or did the internet create an environment
They
that
were like that.
caused people to?
People are like that. You like the gossiping. That's just social media
Oh yeah,
offline. They always were like that.
it makes me uncomfortable when I hear people gossiping about people, especially like if I
Your
don't know them or
family and
whatever. See,
stuff.
yeah, like why are you doing that? Like why though? What good is it gonna do? Like kids too. Like you talk about, oh, you know that they daughter over there. You know she a fast woman. She a fast heifer. She 14, ma'am. Like stop talking about her.
Miserable, like you said earlier, people be miserable and they just want to deflect. They deflect. It's easy to look at other people's lives and make comments about it than to look at your own and fix it.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, that's the crazy part was people. A lot of people watch those reality shows because they could feel better about themselves. Especially shows like My 600 Pound Life or the Hoarders. The what was the other one like that? My Strange Addictions and stuff like that. People watch those shows a lot of times just to be like, well, dang, I messed up, but I ain't that messed up.
Yeah,
Like
you still messed up. No matter how messed up you are, you still messed up.
exactly, you
It's
still
still
messed up.
true. It's still true.
It don't
So
make you any better because this person got is overweight or this person got this kind of problems. You still got your own problems, and the fact is, after you finish making that comment, after you finish watching that show, you still got to go back to your sucky life. Your problems are still there.
they are, and a lot of people will let them just sit there and pile up. They ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Yep,
Yeah, it gives them something to talk about. And plus they just don't
yep,
be got they
exactly.
don't have a life for real.
Not at all.
You stay out my
They
business
don't have
now.
a.
Ain't nobody talking to you.
Google over there trying to intrude.
Always nosy.
But I really feel like people do that do that really have are the most miserable people ever though. They are
I saw
I've
people
never been
talking
that
about
way.
Doja Cat. You know how Doja Cat be posting like weird stuff on her social media? To me, it's the most hilarious thing ever. Cause she just normal. She just be doing normal stuff. She be doing normal, funny, to me, funny stuff. They in the comments, what happened to you? I miss the old Doja. Like she literally was always like that.
Like y'all actually knew her.
Like, like people are so weird. They really be thinking that they know these celebrities. They swear they be knowing them.
I another page like that is I love Ari Lennox's when she go
Yeah,
on her
I love
little
Ari
rants or
Lennox
whatever.
too.
It'd be so funny though. Like it's just her being funny and fun or whatever. Like let them do whatever they want to do. Like you paint them to be you want these people to be somebody in your head.
Yep.
So a lot of times it when they're not who you expect, it's just like, oh well, I wish that you would just. That's the hard part
I
about
miss the
being
old
successful.
Doja. You ain't never knew this girl.
I think that's
Bruh,
the hard part
I'm
about being
telling you that,
successful.
you know what? When I get to that point, I'm gonna be, the way that I'm gonna be responding to that stuff is gonna be hilarious. Spread all the rumors
I
you
think
want.
I
All you
am too
doing
though,
is
because
giving me
I'm a
more
start.
content. You just giving me content to create when you start rumors, because I'm gonna feed off of all of it and and flip it and turn it into something
You know,
that's gonna benefit me.
it's gonna be hilarious. Tell me something like that. Like, oh, you sold yourself for the success. I'm gonna do a whole
I'm gonna
skit
say,
like I
me
did it.
too. I'm me, bro. I'm gonna troll them so bad. I'm gonna troll them so bad. I'm gonna have my family and everybody in on it. I'm gonna troll them so bad. She sold her soul. Her this such and such died. I look. I got a handful of people in my family who I would readily sell, and I wouldn't even get them up for next to nothing. Nothing.
For real. I feel like that's the catch 22 about being a star is people into your life. You know, they want to have that personal connection. Like it was way different back in the day when you had to write somebody a fan letter.
Yep.
Like you had to
Don't know if
actually
they
sit
gonna
down,
read it. Yeah, you don't know if they
right?
gonna read it or not.
And still, the fact you had to put more energy into it, you had to buy a stamp, you had to go to the mailbox and put it in there. So they didn't say that much crazy
Right.
stuff. Like now, it's just I could just type to you in a message. I fucking hate your guts. You are a terrible
And
person.
also, they would take certain things as threats too. Certain things they would take as threats. With like if you wrote certain things, that's a threat to on them people.
Oh
Now they
yeah,
don't do that.
nope. So they can say whatever they want, but troll me because I'm gonna troll you right back.
Right, babe. I'm gonna do it so good. It gonna be so. I'm gonna be so good that people gonna be wanting somebody to start stuff about me. Like, dang, somebody say something to make her mad.
Ooh, that's gonna
Cause
be
one
so
thing you're not
hilarious.
about to do is get under my skin. It ain't gonna happen.
They're gonna be like, uh, Booney and Royalty Real join the Illuminati. We're gonna do a whole skit like we in the Illuminati place. Like we got crowned with our Illuminati stuff. We had to
We're
sell
gonna do
our
a
souls,
ritual.
guys.
We're gonna do a ritual. We're gonna be drinking the blood and everything. And we're gonna have the fire lit. The fire gonna be lit. We're gonna be outside or something.
Ooh, that's gonna be so funny. I can't wait.
We need that because that it is gonna be funny.
It's
Y'all
not
not
gonna
about to
get
get
to
up
me.
under my skin.
It's not at all. It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna get up under
hilarious.
y'all. Gonna be mad that y'all can't get to me.
As soon as you say something stupid, beat
We
juice
gonna
for
be
blood.
right. We gonna have a whole little sacrifice. We gonna do it. We gonna kill a puppy because you know that gonna make them mad. We gonna fake kill
Oh
one.
yeah, for real.
That gonna make them mad for real. They gonna call Peter on us. They just sacrificed that dog. See, this is where I draw the
We have to put a
line. That you
we got to put a disclaimer at the bottom. No
no
animals were
were
hurt
hurt
during the
in
taping
this,
of this.
right? Oh, you get us the 5K. Thank you, Hooli.
Thank you,
I'm gonna tell my job here is done. Thank you, Hooli.
but um, yeah, we gonna have to start doing that. I wish more stars would do that and stop. Like, I
Yeah,
know it
stop
gets to you
feeding
though.
into it. Stop feeding into that junk.
Because
I
whatever
hate
they
how they
say,
be getting
whatever you say, you
slow.
don't
They
know
be
me.
getting my nerves. Oh, thank you, Ma. I'm giving you your
Thank you.
credit. And thank you for the gifts because you sent me some gifts.
She on here showing love. Uh, it would just, it sucks though. I don't. I feel like the industry is not for the faint of heart.
They definitely not. Or they gonna hate me. They ain't never getting under my skin. Y'all also rumor me to go with, oh, she talked to this dude, or she talked to this person, she talked to this person. You gonna see me with them, with all of them. You gonna see me with all
Exactly.
of them.
That'll be hilarious too to say this. Like, say somebody says you were going with them, and then like so somebody like going to see your house, and they all sitting there like,
They all sitting there. They take
so you are much
they like in the line. They in the line. They in the line that they got numbers. And they pick a number and somebody calling. Number 44, he's ready for you.
That's the best reaction to a troll. I don't. I think they would have a meltdown
Yeah, they would. We can't get to her. How can we get to her? Mm-hmm.
for real.
But you say you going live once they get to my house. I tell
It's
you,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna have my
fun.
family yelling. That's not gonna be funny. Everybody gonna be involved.
I'm gonna have to get more. I think I'm gonna create more friendships like now that at this point in my life, people that's gonna stick around. You know, like I always been
Mm.
big on creating my own family because my family pretty. So
Yeah. My family ain't gonna let me go, but I'm still gonna create my own too. I feel
yeah,
like we all together.
yeah, we definitely got a solid core. Oh, you cut out. The sound cut out. Can you hear me still? It's like going in and out. I wonder if it's me though. I could hear it moving. That's the crazy thing. I could hear it moving, and I could hear the like keep going in and out. It's starting to come back a little bit. I wonder why it did that. We was talking about too much good stuff. TikTok
Probably.
trying to silence you. Okay, you back. You back. You back. Say something else.
I'm back.
You back. You
I'm
back.
back. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So I have put on hear yourself, hear your voice. It say use headphones, but all I did was tap on that.
I never saw that on thing. Maybe if we go live, we can go live from my page tomorrow. I can
Yeah,
see
we
that
can do
on
that.
there.
I'm gonna go live from Poetic Cosplay tomorrow, so we'll have more interaction on that one.
Oh, for sure. This has been fun though. We just gotta have our regular conversations, like we said.
Yeah, we could do this every day. Eventually, people will start sticking around. The
We're the cool kids, y'all.
cool kids. I was stood out there, be like the cool kids.
Oh shit.
You sit on your phone, you sit with the fan.
I've been posting my
I like
clips
how
late at
much
night, and
how this looks. I like how it looks on the side. Say that again.
I forgot what I was saying. I'm reading what mom said.
She say
Go ahead.
send, yeah, she say send her your link when you go live so she can support if she's
Okay,
up.
I got you. Hold on, let me make sure I follow. You know what? Boom, I follow her now. I thought I was following her on TikTok already.
Put it on.
Uh, oh, I was saying I'm starting to post my my stuff at night, and then I reposted to my story at, during the day. So I posted it late at night, like early in the morning, like 1 or 2 a.m. my time. That's like what 4 or 5 a.m. your time, and then I posted on my story when I wake up.
Yeah, I was seeing it and I'll be waiting. I'll be saving it to the next day to repost it. If ain't
I'm gonna
nobody at
start
4 a.m. starting around.
right. I'm gonna start flooding it, like flooding it with more. I'm just gotta make sure I do it every night.
Hmm.
We
I
got too much content.
to do. I got some clips today to post, but I'm doing shorts this week. Last week I did, those 3 minute, like I try to do like a 3 minute clip, but I'm doing
Right.
shorts this week.
It was easier to
Trying
do
to,
the shorts for the that prison guard episode because he like it was like one question and then he answered, but it's kind of hard to do the shorts in when we have like 5 or 6 people on.
all I do is pick out like things that stood out to me, like things that people said that stood out that I feel like other people will connect to.
I look
I feel like
forward
we had a
to
few
Eric.
things. We had a few things that were essential. Like when Van was talking about how when you got a problem with your spouse's friend, how it's a you problem, and then how I
Right.
was talking about how I ignore people when I know they like me and they won't say nothing, and then you was talking about you was talking about how you used to be like that. You used to be the person that had a problem with your spouse having friends of the opposite sex, and then John when he asked the questions that he asked when he was talking about his insecurities
That was a
with
really great episode overall. Like we
yeah,
were
I feel like
hitting
when
all
he's on there is really good episodes because he's still trying to figure out life, so he always be having like good questions and he be having like insight that we don't, well, I ain't gonna say we don't have, but he got a voice that is missing because he's younger.
Yeah, I really appreciate his perspective. He's
Yeah, me
younger
too.
and he's inquisitive, and the fact that he realizes
Exactly.
that all of us are older, so he's not. It's not like he's just trying to soak in the wisdom. Like that's dope.
Exactly. That's why I enjoy
But
having him because he make me feel like my advice matters.
right,
Cause he really taking in what you're saying.
right. And I think we definitely validate his feelings as well, because I feel like he knows it already. Like he know he's not tripping. It's just that these girls is wilding, bro.
Right, right. But that how it be when you young though. You run into people like that a lot.
Yeah,
And when you older too, because sometimes people don't change.
right. Uh, have you give me your mom's number when we get off of here.
Yeah, I got you. I be forgetting her number really.
I didn't
Other
have
than
a
my
choice. I luckily my mom had the same number from like when I was like in middle school all the way until when she passed.
my mama, she used to, but she recently changed it a couple of times, so I don't know. I'm still stuck on that last number. She got a new one now. I gotta learn that one.
Yeah, we come. I came from like I had to memorize numbers. I didn't have a phone book, so I didn't have a cell phone in high school.
I still remember a few people numbers. Well, I did. You can't ask me
Did
now.
you have a cell phone in high school?
I ain't had none until I turned 16. I used to use
Could you
everybody's phone. Then when I get my phone, everybody was using mine.
could you use it at school?
I used to.
Would you get like would the staff get in like would you get in trouble though, or were you supposed to like what they were okay with it?
We would get in trouble if we used it. We just didn't listen.
You know it's
They
crazy.
would, ta-
Like
they would take it,
at my school, what we couldn't have was a CD player.
but y'all could have cell phones.
No, we couldn't. No, cell phone wasn't even around then. Like they were around, but it wasn't like everybody had them. You know,
Yeah, I got you.
it was the early 2000s, so it was them old flip phones. You know, them
The Nokia,
yeah,
what is it, Sony Ericsson?
yeah, those big brick phones that you could throw on the ground and still work.
Yeah.
I remember, right? This is a funny story. I remember, I had when I first came back around my parents in like 2010. Uh, my mom insisted that I get a phone. And I'm like, I don't have no money, mom. So she bought me one of those flip phones. And I remember my ex and I were getting into an argument, right? And the flip phone looked similar to those old brick phones. So I'm like, I got mad and I threw the phone because she said something stupid to me on the phone. I'm like, man, whatever. And I threw the phone and it just like totally like broke into like two different pieces.
I know your mama was mad. My mama would have been mad.
I was just like, what kind of phone? It didn't break though. Like I was able to like put it back together. But I was just like, dang, I guess I can't throw this phone.
It like snapped out of place. I have never had a point where I did throw something. Like when people say they do that when they get mad, that's what y'all do. Y'all throw stuff.
It's
It
rare that
depends
I do
on
something
if I
like
get
that.
mad at a person and they in front of me.
You gonna throw something at him?
These hands.
I was about to say you about to throw them hands at him, huh?
I ain't gonna throw nothing else.
One thing I've learned about you are not scared to throw hands with somebody.
I am not afraid. I don't care about you might beat me up. I don't care. I'm fighting. I just have to eat that I just have to eat that one. But I'm swinging. That's why I was thinking twice about that freaking freak meat. Because if somebody touch my butt, I'm not about to let it slide.
You better
Mm-mm.
not.
I'm not about to let that junk slide. I ain't never in my life let that slide.
I have a feeling like if you and I are in public and if something happened to either one of us, we gonna jump somebody.
Probably start. They do something to you. I probably start swinging before you.
I'm like, hold
You
on.
say nothing. I get quiet. You ain't even know. You ain't even know. I done made my way over there.
That's the same way with me. Like that's why I tell people like I'm that type of person. If I'm really gonna fight you, I'm not gonna do all that yelling. I'm not gonna be like, "What's up, homie? What's up?" I'm not doing all of that. I'm not yelling. I'm not cussing. I'm gonna just get real quiet and I'm gonna
Real
look.
quiet.
I'm gonna examine the
And just
situation.
looking around to see what I'm about to pick up and hit you with too.
Exactly. I'm thinking about how I'm gonna cause the most damage at that point. Like you don't do all that woofing in my face. Mm-mm.
All that talking.
For what? That was the big thing
I
when I
ain't,
was in high school too.
I ain't never gonna say nothing back. You gonna be standing there talking to yourself. I'm gonna swing on you.
Right. That was my thing in high school though. I used to think the people that was like talking the most stuff was the people that could fight, and it's just like no, they were the people that was scared to fight.
They all bark, nobody.
Don't test me like that. I'm throwing hands, bro. Like nah. If I don't like to fight though, that's the thing. So I'm a pacifist most of the time. But that's what I tell you. If I get to that point, like if I can't walk away, then I'm plotting on how I'm gonna hit you.
I
So
don't like or dislike it. It's just if I have to do it, I'll do it. But I don't dislike it.
I don't want to.
I don't like violence. I don't like people. I don't like violence. I don't like seeing people fight. I don't like having to engage in it or whatever. But if I gotta do it, then it
I
is
don't
what
like. I don't
it
like hurting people,
is. Yeah,
and I don't want to.
I don't like because if especially if it's something that happens with like a friend. If I put my
Right.
hands on you or somebody that I'm dating, if I put my hands on you, we can't be together. I ain't giving us another chance to do this. I can't be with you. It no matter who
Because
do who hit
it's
who
only gonna
first.
get
I can't
worse
do
from
it.
there.
Yeah, because once you
Like
put your hands on somebody, that's the way you're gonna fight them for the rest of for the duration of your relationship. Because you already done went to the extreme.
I feel like I can pride myself in being able to talk out any situation, or look, or either we just can't
Me
talk.
too. Me too.
We just either we can't figure out how to get along. So we don't have to get along at all. We don't have to do nothing.
Oh, you see my shirt?
Okay, you got it down there. Scream, Freddy Cougar. Who's on the right hand side?
We got a little Chucky. We
That's
got a
Chucky
little
at the
Chucky right here.
on the left hand side on the with the chainsaw.
The chainsaw master. I forgot his name. Leatherface.
Oh, Leatherface.
Is it
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Leatherface?
Leatherface. Okay, you got
Jason. Freddy
Jason.
Krueger.
Ooh, that shirt is dope.
I got to get some more shirts from Mom. What's the name of our shirt store? T not T Public. I gotta get some more shirts from there. They got some dope shirts, like when it comes to like anime and merch and stuff like that. They got some dope stuff,
They're
and
affordable
it's not
too.
too expensive. You could sell your own designs on there. Yeah, it's affordable. They be having sales and stuff too,
That's dope.
coupon codes and stuff. But we used to buy each other stuff from there all the time. And who bought me this, man? Did you buy me this or was it Hooli? It was one of y'all.
I said Delisha Bell joined. I'm just to know a girl named Delisha.
It been saying that for the longest. It wasn't you, so it probably was Hooli. Cause I don't think I bought it for myself. Most of my
That's one thing. That's one thing. My style
uh,
is t-shirts, so I love all kind of t-shirts, like different, like if especially if it's anime or rappers that I like old school. Like I saw a Leah
I
one that I
like
really want.
t-shirts too. I like t-shirts too, but I like bohemian style. My like style of fashion, I guess you could say, is like bohemian mixed with a little. I like comfortable stuff. I like being comfortable too, but I'll mix and match that. Like I'll put on like some like the outfit I had on the other day. I'll put on like some sweats with like a cute bohemian looking top to go with it.
What's bohemian mean?
Like I'll say Afrocentric, Afro bohemian, but
Okay,
Afrocentric. You know, with the waist beads, the like tribal print stuff, the Aztec print, Moroccan print, stuff like that.
that's dope.
Tribal looking things. You know,
That's dope.
Afrocentric. But
I'm trying to think like
most of the time I like wearing like just like I said, my sneakers. I'm a sneakers girl. I love my sneakers, but I also like flats. But like Adidas, I'm always gonna have some Adidas and some Nikes.
my Adidas. I'm trying to think if I ever owned a pair of Adidas.
I also like Chucks too.
Were Filas popular out there?
Yeah, they were.
Those shoes meant something else in California.
What they meant.
So I told you I'm from the IE, which is like an hour outside of LA. It meant
Hmm.
the derogatory term for gay people back in the day in LA.
Really?
Yeah. Uh,
I thought Fila was forever. I love Atlanta. It's like I didn't think that that's the original name, but that's what they be saying. Forever, I love Atlanta.
yeah, there was a bunch of different shoes that you couldn't wear in certain places in California. Like,
That's
have you ever
crazy.
heard of British Knights?
Nah, I don't think so.
They used to have a BK logo on them, and you know BK means so. If you were in a blood neighborhood and you had those on, my dad literally was riding down the street in the neighborhood that we were in, and they made him take his shoes off.
Wow.
I think he would have gotten a lot of fights out here.
Like you said, you have. I definitely would have gotten advice because I'm not following none of the rules. It's like what? I can't
Nigga,
wear what? Y'all gonna have to jump me then because I'm wearing it.
take those
I
shoes
can't
off.
follow that.
BK British Knights was bad. What was the other shoes that people couldn't wear? I can't remember. Like it was a bunch of stuff. Like being in California, certain hats you can't wear.
Yeah, it's like you can't even live. That's crazy. And it petty. It's petty.
Being and then like that's something that people won't understand. Either getting banged on is something that's like it's intimidating, and to the point where after a while you just don't like it. So like I got to the point where I'm just like, because people like bang on you like, hey, where you from, homie? Where you from? I'm just like, I don't bang. So after a while, I got sick of saying that. So I would be like, look, nigga, I don't bang, but what's up? Especially if you done seen me 3 times the past few weeks. You done seen me. I didn't magically become part of a gang the past 3 days, man.
Some people probably that probably some people like it last
I
few
didn't.
days.
Bro, I didn't join the gang in the past 24 hours, bro. Stop asking me the same question. So I would get mad.
That had to be tiring even for the people that was doing it. Cause like, why are you always on 10? Why you always looking for a problem, bro? Chill out.
Right, there was one dude I remember. His homeboys was just like, "Chill out, bro. He live on the street." I'm just like, man, I'm about to have to fight. I don't even. I'm just going to the store to get a soda. But that's one thing though. I'm not gonna stop where I have to go because somebody is trying to intimidate me.
Oh yes, you shouldn't.
If I need to go to the bus stop, I don't care if I have to walk through the Blood or Crip neighborhood. I don't care. And what I have on is what I have on. I'm not going to stop for you. I'm not going to
Hey,
stop
that's
coming
a lot.
outside.
That's too much. Like it's a lot. Like what do y'all get out of it? Does it make them feel good to like intimidate people like that?
I feel a militant mindset because some people will come over there, that's not from there, and be, opposing neighborhood.
How often would that happen though? A lot.
It depends on the area.
Cause even being the person who always like that gotta get tiring at some point.
It depends on the area because sometimes you would have situations where, like, uh, who was it? Nipsey, I think, talked about it in a song where he was just like, it was people would go back and forth when they're at war. So say there would be a shooting on one street, and then a couple hours later they busting right back on them. Then a couple hours later, back and forth, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, but some of the areas I was living in, it was people. It was neutral territory. So it's just like, why are you representing over here? Like, this is not even the neighborhood that you claim. So why does it matter where I'm from?
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't know if they press people like that anymore though. Like I don't know if it's like that anymore. I'm not out there like that, but I haven't gotten banged on in
Thank
like
you
probably
for
like
my.
10.
How we got 10,000 likes? It ain't saying that on here. It's saying that on your end.
Uh-uh.
It's saying 6,000 over here.
Yeah, it's saying 6,000 over here.
She said she got us to 10,000.
Maybe it didn't update yet.
Right not. But thank you, Mom. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Much appreciated. Live dope gamer joined. Oh, I downloaded Genshin Impact on my phone.
You did. That just take up a lot of space. I had first downloaded it on my phone too, but I ended up having to take it off because it took up a lot of space, and so I just got the game
Did
on
you
my
see the you saw the post I made earlier, right? On Facebook?
what? Which
The
one?
the are you the are you masturbating cuz you horny?
Oh yeah, you ain't see I reposted it and I said a better question is, are you having sex because you're horny, or are you having sex because you're depressed and you need that dopamine high? You chasing that dopamine.
Oh wait, that's the real right there. A lot of people's answer is depression. They need that dopamine.
Yeah.
I know
And
that's why I was doing it for a while.
even if it's not depression, like some people it makes their mood go up. I don't get it. Like I don't know. It's not linked. It doesn't do that for me. But
It depends for me the connection that I have with the person.
yeah, even if I have a good connection, it made me tired and sick. Possibly.
Make you make you sick?
Yes, yeah. If any little thing make me anything that shocked my body, sex is one of those things.
Damn, that was. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just thinking about like the thing that would really have to suck. Like especially if it's good and you are drained at the words and then you have a crisis. That would like be just
That's why y'all
trash.
don't do it because it don't be worth it. I'll take all of that into consideration. It don't be worth it.
They better be. It better be great, great. You better be. It better
Not
be
worth
the.
that prices. I ain't doing
You should make a post like that.
it. Somebody had somebody posted something similar. They was like, they be getting pain from having sex with sickle cell, but it don't stop them. It don't. I'm like, me neither. But I ain't, if it ain't worth that crisis, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, that's got to be something else. I I know for me it would be it sometimes it was mood changing sometimes, but it just depended on the connection. But I remember I've had a couple times where it was just like the connection wasn't there and it was just like, well, we did that. Especially if it's trash.
That would be
I wish
disappointing. Trash sex
I
is
wish
so disappointing.
I wish more men would be honest about that too.
I know it'll be trash, but maybe lying. That's why I don't believe nobody when they tell me that I'm good. You might be right. I believe that I am, but I don't believe it coming out of your mouth. Y'all need to stop lying for real. Y'all need to be honest.
For real, because y'all gonna keep having trash
I think,
sex if you keep
but I
doing it.
think that's why they lie, because it's like I'd rather get some than none.
Yeah, that's it
And if
right
I
there.
say it's trash, then I might not get it. You need to y'all need to increase y'all standards, bro. Them standards is too low. The bar is in
If
hell. Y'all need to do better. Y'all
if he or
deserve better.
she gets offended by you telling them that they need to improve, then you don't need to be doing it with them
They
anyway,
ain't
because that
for
means
you.
they're not trying to do the right thing. Especially if you come to them respectfully, like, come on now, that wasn't it right there. That wasn't it.
Y'all deserve to enjoy it too. I mean, I ain't gonna say too, because women don't enjoy it either. And they don't say
I
nothing
be
either.
wondering though, like, it's funny to me to think
They don't
about the
say
fact
that
that some
either.
people are in whole relationships and both of them are lying to each other about this
Yep.
experience. So
Yep.
y'all both going to bed mad.
Unsatisfied. Dissatisfied. They're not satisfied with what's going on.
but y'all too afraid to talk to each other and tell
Instead
each
of
other.
just talking. I want somebody to tell me if I'm bad because I don't want to be bad at nothing. I'm an overachiever. We got to fix this.
Exactly. Don't tell me that. Oh, it's not that. Okay, what I need to do? Okay, I'm about to figure it out. You go. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna tell me that too many times before I'm gonna be the champion. I want to be the best you ever had, like Drake said. I'm trying to be the best.
I almost feel like switching, getting off and switching to poetic cosplay for a little while, for the duration of the time we are on here.
Okay,
It's been
I'll probably be on here for like another 15 minutes.
okay, cool. We could just get on for a little while then.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna hang up and switch.
Okay.
Sorry, bro. Ain't nobody been talking to you. That's why you don't understand. You ain't supposed to understand.
All
But all right, get off.
right.